departments go, it's kind of hard to try to set something up because he's making those turns. You know, you think he's going to continue north, no, he turns west. You think he's going to continue west, no, he turns south. So it's just kind of like just to follow and see and just hope that he has sense enough to slow down,
Yeah.
which we've seen. They don't punch holes in it. What they do is when they run over those spikes, there are tubes inside, and then the tubes will stay in. They'll go over and they'll stay inside the tires. And what this designed to do is to slowly let the air out. But these are huge tires. Now I've seen them use them on other big trucks,
Yeah.
not a diesel, not a big rig like this.
Yeah.
This is what he was doing, was trying to drive on the shoulder of the road at the beginning of this pursuit.
Yep.
When he initially stole that mail caller and tried to steal other vehicles. But this is incredibly dangerous. Those cars are going so fast, and there is not a lot of shoulder for him to be on right now.
No, and the thing here too is
traffic break to try to maybe shut this down? I know this is obviously just happening, but I can imagine they're going to want to try to stop that traffic if they can to prevent, a crash like this. Is that a possibility right now?
Well, they'll broadcast up ahead. They'll try to have units get up ahead, but this is such an abrupt move that it just happened. Okay, now they're going to exit the freeway, which is good. They do this on purpose because they think, okay, well, the police aren't going to follow us. We're going to get away. It's just not going to happen. They got the air unit overhead. But
especially too, Dave, sorry to interrupt you, but because in that situation, right, they get on the freeway going in the wrong direction, you have the black and whites not in direct pursuit behind them, so it perhaps could give them a false sense of security, thinking we'll get off at the next exit. All of a sudden you look in the rearview mirrors, you don't see anything, and now the big rig is parked underneath there on the overpass. It looks like.
Let's watch and see if we can see anybody jump out or if they're going after another vehicle. It's hard to tell.
Yeah, they sort of parked it where
got stuck. I mean, is this a situation where finally their luck has run out and they didn't do that, wide turn that we've been seeing them maneuver so nimbly, believe it or not, for the last, 20 minutes as they weaved through downtown? Hard to tell here. Dave, are you, caught up to this point? Do you think that this is a situation now where they've tried to make a run for it?
Yeah, I believe they try to. And what the air unit's doing right now is that they're keeping an eye on both sides of it. There's a black and white to the left of the vehicle behind the cab. So they're watching where if the driver came out and ran. I don't see them moving.
We see two officers sort of running up to the driver's side door.
Guns drawn.
The guns drawn, the door is open, and two officers going right up there. It looks like they're barking orders or commands at the least. Based on the body posture and everything, it looks like the driver might still be in there right now.
Right, which is surprising.
Both doors are open.
Yeah, doors are open.
Both doors are open.
And now we're just waiting to kind of see. These are the moments that,
It makes it difficult just because of the way that because of the way it's parked. Now our air unit there, our SkyCal is telling us that they're gone. And
they jumped out.
And now all of a sudden you see officers trying to get in there. Obviously, worth reiterating, the vantage point is really hard for us to check there. And I don't know if they did that intentionally or they just figured, hey, let's just do it right here, right now. There has been no consistency as to whether there's a plan.
And we're hearing now from our producers that possibly got into a white pickup truck. So again, I mean, they had some time here to plan, to make some phone calls, to get some backup. And it appears now we're trying to see if we can maybe catch up to that white pickup. If that is in fact, where they believe these suspects were able to get. But we were talking about it earlier downtown when they went under the bridge. They wait for those overpasses. They wait for those parking garages for a moment to jump out and try to run. So we're talking about people who are potentially armed here. This is a situation that, just keeps getting crazier as we try to figure out if they did in fact get into that white pickup truck as we're hearing.
And there's been consistency in knowing what the pattern has been so far, which is these are carjacking suspects. They tried to do it before. They did it with a big rig, so there's no surprise if they manage to do this again. Because especially considering how long this pursuit has been going with that milk hauler, they were riding it out as much as possible. We're trying to zoom in and see maybe that's the one. And look, we're getting told that is the white pickup truck that they now jumped into. So here we go. You hit the reset button.